want to survive here, we do it as a team.
Hey folks, you got Christian here with the Gamers Table, and just glad you guys are here. You got the rest of the crew. Go ahead and introduce yourself, guys.
What's up, people? PastorJ, also known as Jake, or I guess I said that opposite. Jake, also known as PastorJ. What's up, people? Glad you're here. Jumping into Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
And hey, Toasty49 here, aka Toasty, aka Orange Joe.
All right, we just finished the Dark Dimension last episode, and we're nearing the end of this game. So we got a couple more episodes here for you.
So we think.
So we think, yeah. I'm excited. You guys ready to go?
Let's do it.
Oh, I'm excited to talk to Beast.
Dude, that character model is
strong.
on point.
It is
dude.
merely
Yes,
been
it is.
temporarily trumped
Right?
by the megalithic magician.
Hell, he's such
who's
a
flaming
bummer
facade.
that he is not a playable character.
Indeed, a fortuitous finding we could never have anticipated upon arriving in this dismal dimension.
I would love an
I am
X-Men game in this
excited to
style.
examine it upon returning. Calm your concerns, comrade. This sapphire scientist has friends with formidable facilities all over our world, and on countless others.
All right.
You cannot destroy the darkness.
I can
He's
certainly
right,
try.
you know. Dormammu feeds off this dimension's endless arcane
I'll do
energies.
my best.
He can't die in this place. But we most definitely can. And if Dormammu spills this black magic into our world, he would be unstoppable there too. Of course, without the Reality Stone, he can't merge our dimensions together. And without the darkness to fuel him, he wouldn't last long. So, if I can open a portal back to our plane of existence, perhaps we can take the stone.
You guys know me.
somewhere
I
safe.
apparently have some kind of form of video game ADHD, so
Or at least somewhere safer than this.
time of this recording, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but we're about to step into
We came here
the
to
time of
escape
year
the
when
chaos of
game after
Our people
game
who were trapped
after
at the heart of
game is
far too
released. Do
many
you guys feel the same way?
conflicts over the centuries.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Assailed from all sides by those
Yeah,
who wish
so-
to harm
Yep.
or
So
exploit
fall
us.
is definitely one of those
Only
times.
by removing ourselves from their world.
There's a lot of
would we
stuff coming
ever
out.
truly
What are
hope
you
to
guys?
find peace.
What are you guys excited for?
So, tell us.
You know, it wasn't like I was excited for it, but I wasn't like, really looking. Dude, it was just something. This is gonna be fun to play. But the new
Why
Space
have you
Marine game,
opened our
watching that
doors to
gameplay
some chaos
trailer,
fought so hard
definitely moved up the rankings.
No matter how we
Yeah,
try
it looks
to cut
legit.
ourselves
2.0.
off from our home planet, my queen, we still have friends and allies who need our help.
I think the number one thing though, genuinely, is gonna be Dragon Age: The Veilguard, October 31st.
We are Inhumans.
Okay.
Very,
As
very
both
excited for that.
humans and mutants alike have
Yeah, I have
repeatedly
Space Marine
reminded
2.
us,
I've got the
we stand
physical copy
alone.
of the
And unless your
premium
friends
edition
can convince the king otherwise,
pre-ordered. How about that? I haven't bought a physical game in, well, I bought a couple, but I buy them like
so do
on
they.
Black Friday and stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one I intend to keep. I still have my collector editions of Gears of War. Alright, Medusa.
For the sake of my sister,
Medusa.
I will hear what you have come to say, but I
Check out that
guarantee no
hair.
more. Now speak. We know of these stones, and the fact that you would bring them here puts all of Attilan in jeopardy.
I never did watch the show that
Such recklessness is typical of
the
your kind.
Inhumans were on. Was it called Inhumans? What was it called? Is that what it was?
Yep. Just
That
Marvel's
time is long
Inhumans.
since past. We have been hunted by humans
It-
for centuries.
Such an odd choice
The
of
scars from our war
a
with the
segment
mutants
of
are still
Marvel, I feel
fresh.
like. Because that was like
The
back
only
in the day,
allies
too.
we
That
have-
was, that wasn't like during all the midst of all these.
The Inhumans hide
Loki
from
and
no one. Our
all that
removal
stuff,
from
you know.
Earth was
It
a
was during the
strategic
time
maneuver for
that
the
they
protection of
did.
our people.
They moved away from mutant being kind of like the main, like
I
weird part of Marvel. House of M had just happened.
Attilan may be among the stars now.
They were trying to like make
Earth will
Inhumans kind of the
always be our
new
home.
X-Men.
I believe our cousin Gorgon will escort you.
It didn't
to
work.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, the main thing being is like that was like the maybe not necessarily the top peak, but it's where like around the time Age of Ultron, like the MCU was really going, but they didn't have the rights to use the X-Men or even mutants, like hence why in that movie Wanda and Pietro, they specifically avoided making them mutants, saying they were mutants. So they pivoted to focus on humans, and they were supposed to go all in with the show, but it didn't quite pan out. The show was disappointingly not the same quality that the movies were, and even like some of the TV shows, because they were doing like Daredevil at that point. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was still fairly good at that point.
Well, and they had just introduced some of the Inhuman stuff in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes, they were really paving the way for it. They were supposed to be connected, but it came out, flopped, and Marvel just kind of abandoned it. Thane, son of Thanos.
Yeah,
So Dragon Age: The Veilguard is coming out. I'm changing the subject. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're good.
Don't do that. Go back to what I told you. I've got
You'll be back on
video
your
game
feet.
ADHD.
Hooves.
Either one. Upcoming games.
Some
Inhumans.
sort of ammo.
Like thereof. Terrible
Intriguing.
shows.
That Dragon Age
Like for that,
Veilguard.
might
Don't
lose some
believe
people.
we've had the pleasure, young man.
It's gonna be great. It's the Dragon Age games are
Huh?
next to Mass Effect probably my favorite games, and the fact that they have such an incredible like overarching story. You can play from Dragon Age Origins and play all the way through and see your choices still like played out, and it's kind of that unique connecting. And so the Veilguard is like a direct, like they've all been like sort of direct sequels, but this is a like direct sequel to,
Okay.
where the other ones have like been more like they're within the world of Dragon Age, and then the stuff that happened previously is now having effects just on the world as a whole. This is a direct sequel. It like directly picks up at the end of, well, it's a few years after the end of, it is a direct result of Inquisition and what happens at the end of that story.
Okay.
Waiting a long time for that
How can
to
I
get
help
wrapped
you?
up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm told.
Shoot.
I've never actually met him.
And
I
also,
can't say I'm too
importantly,
upset
they
about
can't
that.
really get into the next Mass
Seemed
Effect
he tried
until
to
this
have me
comes out.
killed as soon as he found
Also true.
a bit of
Any kind of
buzz.
co-op stuff on it that you know of? I know
My
they
mother was
the
an
games are
Inhuman
like
from the
party
lost
based.
city of Orlan.
Nothing that I've heard of so far. I know Inquisition had like a multiplayer, like a dungeon crawler multiplayer, so I don't know if they'll have something similar to that. But
Oh, like a separate, like it was within the game, but it was a separate part of the game. Is that what you're saying?
correct.
Oh, that's interesting.
It was kind of like
Let's hope so.
Mass Effect's multiplayer.
Until then,
It was in the same vein as that.
to tend to.
But yeah, I don't know. As far they've done so far, it's just going to be single player.
Yeah. Okay. Should still be a good time, by the way.
Where am I? Somewhere safe. Don't
What
try
about
to
the
rast
the upcoming
Nowhere in Attilan is safe.
Star Wars game? You guys excited about that?
Honestly, it does look pretty cool.
Again.
I've heard it's the Star Wars, or it's the Red Dead Redemption of Star Wars. That's what I've heard.
Is that any way to talk about the
Now that's a bold claim. I think.
It's got like scoundrels and smuggling and stuff.
I'm
Speeders,
sure it'll be good. I'm not like particularly excited for it. I'm not against it. I'll play it, but it's not like I'm not chomping at the bit for it to come out.
This is probably going to be. Did you guys play Outer Worlds?
Yep.
Yeah.
Obsidian game.
Yeah, the Obsidian one.
Yeah. You guys played that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty fun, but I don't know why I'm like I'm as excited about this one as I was it. Like I was excited for that game, but at the same time I wasn't like I've got to make sure this happens. But I did play it, and it was fun. It was pretty good. It wasn't game changing, pun intended, I guess. This one will be interesting because I really enjoyed the Jedi games
The Inhumans are the
that have come
closest
out
thing
recently.
to a family I
Yeah.
have
So I'm
now.
not like dying for a Star Wars
But I guess
experience.
this is my battle.
I think that's if we hadn't had such good Star Wars experiences lately. Not that I'm a Star Wars nerd or anything. 'Cause I'm really not. I just enjoy Star Wars. It's fun. Anything that I've ever watched on the big screen gets turned into a video game experience. You know, there was a while where, of course, you had your Battlefronts and stuff. That's been Star Wars games, but I definitely think the Jedi games that came out recently were top tier.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because of that, I'm not like, oh gosh, we gotta really cash in the opportunity to have a fantastic Star Wars experience. Boom! Shakalaka! Yeah, I wouldn't waste Star Wars yet. Okay.
This should be an interesting change of pace.
Joe, what about you? Game are you excited for?
So, I don't know if I'm gonna buy it immediately, but I am very interested. There is a game that's like literally like just a couple days away. It comes out on, well, we're recording this on a weekend and it comes out this Tuesday. There's a game called Black Myth Wukong.
Oh, yep.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
And it's basically like, it's another like Dark Souls, Bloodborne type game. This one just looks really interesting.
Yeah, I've heard, like, I've seen it called, like, the God of War of Chinese mythology. I don't know how, like, accurate of a description that actually is, but...
Well, the concept of the game, the story itself, it is it's directly inspired, and it's a take on like the ancient epic Journey to the West.
Yep.
And that's like the whole like the story of the Monkey King and like everything he goes and does, and like that's been the inspiration for all sorts of things.
Goku.
It was like, yeah, it was very much a pseudo inspiration. Like a lot of the original Dragon Ball took like references to that epic. Like the little monkey boy riding around on his cloud with his staff.
What can I
Like
do?
that's Wukong.
Okay.
Maybe. But if the Black
I mean,
Order is
and then
out there
Dragon Ball Z
searching for
drops and it becomes a story about aliens.
Which there is a new Dragon Ball Z
Well,
game coming out.
when
That's
you
in
put it
October.
that way,
Yeah.
Again, it's that time of year. All kinds of stuff.
right.
Call of Duty, of
No
course.
pressure.
We won't talk about that much. It's like a bad word.
This is Winter Soldier, broadcasting on the Avengers emergency frequency.
That's
Bucky.
interesting. Though. Gotta love some good old
This is Winter
Soulsborne
Soldier,
games.
broadcasting on the Avengers emergency
Yeah.
frequency.
Yeah, I have a really good time with
If
those.
anyone is
So
listening out there,
I'm
my mission
interested to check
infiltrate
this
AIM
out.
was a success. At least until MODOK and his nerd
Yeah, I didn't know a
squad
lot about
somehow
it.
recovered a bona fide Infinity
Kinda
Stone.
cool
Wasn't about to wait
to
around
watch.
find out what
They plan to do with it. So I blew my cover and grabbed their rope.
Alright, total side note. I was watching a clip the other day.
I'm
Best
approaching a
fight
secure
scene
location
in
with a
Marvel
stone in
cinematic
hand, but it won't take long
history
for those eggheads to figure out
between
where
Bucky
I'm headed
Barnes
and try to take it back.
and Steve
So,
Rogers.
If you can
Oh,
hear
yeah.
this, Avengers, lock on to these
And the Winter Soldier
Swing on
with the
by.
knife, the
Yeah,
knife flip,
Be
The
ashamed
knife.
bro.
in paradise all alone.
Like it's such an iconic scene that they've tried to replicate it, and it's never like measured up.
Well, and what's funny is like everyone talks about it, you know, as just sort of this, like, okay, we're never going to be able to do anything like this ever again. Because it was I'm so astonished the actors did that. I mean, that wasn't, you know, that was just so cool. Wow, that was a short chapter.
Yeah, so I'm sitting here looking. So we've been recording for a total of 15 minutes. So do you guys want to just like put 2 chapters into one? Do we want to wrap it up here and have another? What do you think?
I say we wrap it up here and have another. That's what I vote.
Let's do it.
Nothing wrong with having a mini one.
Don't want to invade Wakanda here.
Right.
Without preparing first.
Cool.
That would be a bad move.
All right, guys. Well, man, thank you for coming. We'll have some more episodes up shortly, and if you are watching this, you're probably going to be seeing this after we've done this, but we have a live stream that we're going to be doing on August 19th. We're going to be wrapping this game up live, and then the VOD from that will be on YouTube. So come check out our Twitch channel, The Gamers Table 23. You'll catch us there all throughout the week, various streams and stuff like that. So looking forward to catching you next time.
Sweet. Peace.
Later, everybody.